What's going on, YouTube world? This is Mike from Erie, Pennsylvania. Just coming to you guys with my complete and finished German MP40 clone. This is the completed product, and I'm just going to go over the different upgrades and things that I did to this MP40 to make it look more period correct and up to date how it should. And first, I want to give a shout out to sponsor Vortex. If you guys definitely should follow them, and this decal is going to go out to the first person that can go down in the comments and tell me who invented the MP40 machine pistol and what year, the date that it was done. First comment gets this decal mailed to them. Next, I'm going to go through just the upgrades and the things that I did to this pistol. So I got it from Sports Warehouse. It was purchased, it's a pistol, so this barrel extension and shroud here on the end, it did not come like that, and the stock over here, that was not on there. So those two things, now this is a rifle. It is no longer a pistol. So you purchased it though, I got it from Sports Warehouse on a deal. And I'm just going to go through the couple of companies that I used for the upgrades and give you their information. They were absolutely excellent to deal with and work with. So yeah, let's jump in. I'm going to go through what I did really quick. This took all of 2 seconds. First of all, clear. It's a 9mm, 25 round mag. Today I went to the range and I did get 26 rounds in there, but chamber is empty. And the magazine's empty, so this is empty and dirty because I took it today to the range. When you purchase it, it's got a bunch of these logos. It's GSG MP40 was bright white, and then on the other side also all of these different things here were bright white. It says made in Germany, caliber 9x19mm, read manual, blah blah blah. So all these things were bright white. And then where it says right here, GSG MP40 was bright white. All you need to do to get rid of that bright white is go to Walmart and get some super blue, cold bluing, and a couple Q-tips and just scrub that out. And it goes away pretty quick. You still see the words and you can read the words, but that bright white lettering is gone because that's annoying. It shouldn't be there. So do that. That's going to make the gun definitely look better. It's going to look like it should, not with that white pop. Next, really quick upgrade. If you guys want a brown leather sling, this is real leather. As far as it told me on Amazon, it was $7.99 on Amazon, free shipping for a recreated MP40 leather sling. So this came. And it works well. I wore it on my shoulder today, and yeah, it's a great sling. And I'm going to give a quick shout out. This gentleman here, John, makes. You can reach out to him. So the MP40 that you would get is going to have these hex screws everywhere. The hex screws are not period correct. They don't really belong there. So those hex screws should be replaced with flathead screws, and John has all of them for cheap. If you look closely at the receiver here, so there's flathead screws, flathead screw, flathead screw, flathead screw. Over here you got flathead screw, so flathead screw, and then all of these, there's actually a lot total. $20, you can get all the period correct World War II flathead screws that belong on this weapon, and pull the ugly hex screws. The hex ones they're not period correct. So reach out to John. And then the next gentleman, this is Michael Frost's information. He is the CEO of MFI in California. He was also phenomenal to deal with. I highly, highly, highly recommend reaching out to him if you have questions about upgrading parts and pieces to your MP40, because he has the best products. And that's what I want to go over next, is the couple things that, well, the several things that I got from Mike. Easy one is this is the original front sight hood that comes on your MP40. So this is not period correct. It's not shaped correct. Michael has the correct front sight hood. You can see there how it is shaped. It's super solid, really awesome construction, and this piece is kind of ugly. It's not shaped correctly, so get rid of that. Michael makes the front sight hood protector. I would definitely recommend getting that. This is the safety that comes on the GSG MP40. It is ugly as ever. It's not the period correct safety that comes on a German MP40, and Michael Frost makes a safety that is correct. Not only is it correct, but it actually has the like the cool German logos. I looked up what they're called, and I forget what that symbol is called. You can look it up later, but this safety is really well made. It's got a really aggressive textured grip on the side. It looks way better than this one, and it is period correct for what an MP40 safety should look like. Oops. So to get that out was not difficult. I watched a YouTube video on replacing an MP40 safety. This has a screw on the top of it. There's a screw that on the original you just take out the flathead screw, get rid of that ugly thing, and then the new one, it just goes in. You do have to pull off the side covers and pull the upper and the lower receiver off, and then that screw goes in the top of this safety, and then you've got a correct 1940s safety. Next, the charging handle. This is Michael Frost's charging handle. Really well constructed, well made. The original charging handle that comes on the unit is kind of a cheap, chintzy, hollowed out charging handle. It's very lightweight. It pulls right out very easily. It just pulls right out. So after a few shots, this just falls out. And it's just, yeah, it's a lightweight. It's not the correct shape. Get rid of it. Call Mike up or go on his website. He's got these charging handles that are really heavy duty. They're correct shape, correct size. They're period correct. They look the right way. And yeah, they can't, like, you can tell the construction of them is so much better. It's almost like because there's pins and stuff I noticed on these from Michael from MFI. So it's not just one part, it's multiple parts that he put together to make this correct charging handle for the upper receiver. Cool. Next part is this is the thread protector that would go on the front of the muzzle. It's a 9mm thread protector. This is what comes on the gun when you get it. And Michael Frost makes the correct thread protector. I don't have that because I have this barrel extension from him and the shroud. But just so you guys know, he does make a period correct thread protector for the front of the muzzle, and you do not need this ring, this stupid ring that goes like that. You don't need that O-ring when you purchase his thread protector. It goes right on, and there is an indent pin. There's an indent pin that as you rotate, it clicks in place and locks the thread protector down so it cannot come off. So I would definitely go on his website and pick up the correct thread protector, and then you don't have to have that ring. Something else, this is an easy, simple fix. This is the takedown pin that comes on the weapon. So that goes right above the mag release, and it is Again, that is not correct. And these I don't know what those are called. Those anti-walk pins. Those are not on a normal MP40, and taking it off is tough because you can scratch the receiver. So Michael makes the the correct part, that it's two screws that go together and then they screw in, so you don't need that with the takedown pin. So that's also from MFI. And then I'm going to go through this really quick. This is the original button for the stock. By the way, the stock is from a BB. It's an MP40 BB gun. I made it look a little bit weathered and old, but it's from a BB gun, MP40 BB gun by a company named Legends. And the button right here, Michael Frost at MFI makes the correct button for the downward angle. This button here that comes with the BB gun, the BB gun's button release is a complete flat angle. There's no slope downward, how a traditional MP40, a traditional German MP40 is going to have a angle, a sloped down angle. So this button, this release button here, get rid of it. I think it was like $58, but you can have the correct button with a stock, and it's got the correct downward angle. You push it, and it'll go up underneath the gun. Now, it locks in place. Push it real good. Bum, da-dum, dum, dum. Locks in place. Now, this is where I want to say this, because you know it's true. When you buy this, it is a pistol length. And if you put a stock on it from a BB gun, or if you go to any website and get an MP40 stock, then you have to register it as a short-barreled rifle, an SBR, because you're taking a pistol, boom, you're putting a stock on it, boom. So to remedy this and to fix this, Michael Frost from MFI, here's his info. You can buy that push button for the correct downward angle. He has also a 9mm barrel extension right here with a shroud. And the goal is to look like this. This is, I've been researching this more and more. It's the only known photograph of a German MP40. And this one, in this situation, that's a Russian tank, and these are Russian soldiers, Red Army. So this is the only photo known of a Russian captured MP40, and they put a silencer on the front of the muzzle. And they grabbed a photo. So this photo is from the 40s. I forget the date. I found the exact date. But yeah, these Russian soldiers were able to put a silencer on a German MP40. So what Michael has here is, it's crazy how identical it looks. It is a barrel extension to allow this to be a rifle, and then you can have the stock. You can have this original stock. That's like an actual stock from what an MP40 should look like. And you have a barrel length that meets the requirement of a rifle. So this does not have to be registered with the ATF as an SBR, and it will look just like this, which is pretty stinking cool piece of history. An MP40 with a silencer. This is not a silencer, obviously, but this was not hard to install. The 9mm barrel extension, it has to get screwed on, and then I ran up to Lowe's and grabbed the specific drill bit, the tap, and the set screw. All you need is three things. You need the drill bit, the tap, and the set screw. This is the actual set screw that I got. So I went with a number 6, 32 threads per inch set screw. You need one. So what you do is you, the extension's over here, obviously. The shroud fits over the extension, but you have to drill the size 6 hole with the bit. Then you got to put the tap in the hole to create the threads for the set screw. Once you have the hole driven, the tap sets the screw, or sets the threads. Then this set screw right here, it just goes right in, and it holds the barrel extension down. It holds the barrel extension down to the threads on the muzzle that this would go on. So that's the goal, is that this thread protector, this ugly one that came with the GSG MP40, you take this off because you don't need it, and then you screw on the barrel extension with the hole and the tap. Once you put the set screw in, you got to take a MIG welder and weld it so that it can never back out or come out again. The shroud fits on, and you have officially transferred this from a pistol to a rifle. The barrel now is this long instead of this long. The extra length is over 16 inches, and that qualifies it as a rifle. So this stock is acceptable, and the length of the barrel is acceptable. And I didn't mention this. This was also really awesome of Mike Frost, but the button release for the stock, he gives you a new roll pin for the button, which this is the original roll pin that it came from the stock, and he also gives you a driver. This is what you would use to tap out the roll pin, and the length on it is perfect. It's awesome that he includes this, because yeah, you can use this to drive out the roll pin. Once the roll pin comes out, the button can come off. It's under a little bit of spring tension, but once it comes out, you can put the stock on. When you buy the pistol, it's got a plug that you have to drill out, which took 2 seconds to just drill out the hole in the middle. So it's just a plug about that big. You drill out the center, and then the plug falls out, and then you have a hole on the back of the receiver. So altogether, I think, the last thing I wanted to just touch base is I wanted to kind of go through the whole rifle and give it a more weathered look. And all I did with that is steel wool and a little bit of the power of an eraser. This is Power Tough wipes. So I took this and steel wool and went over the whole rifle to kind of give it a little bit of a worn look, kind of like on the front hood, the front sight hood protector that Michael supplies. I went through and kind of gave the corners and the edges. I roughed them up a little bit. I roughed up a brand new charging handle and made that look a little bit worn, and because it's black, everything's black. These are black. The grip was black, so this is plastic, and I hit it with an dark earth brown and an epoxy coat, clear coat, and that is supposed to mimic, I believe it's called Bakelite. So the German MP40 has the material on the part here and the grip is Bakelite, which as it ages turns brown. So I think it looks really good. It turned out great, and it's just, again, it was dark earth brown spray paint from Walmart, where I picked up the super blue, and then I took a clear coat epoxy and covered it up. And then the strap, brown leather from Amazon. Magazine came with the gun. What am I missing? I think that's it. The shroud that he provides has four, I believe it's 4 set screws right here. They hold it down in place. So the shroud, that shroud can come off and on, but the barrel extension cannot, because it was MIG welded down with that set screw. So yeah, it shoots wonderful. And one more time, here's Michael's info. You can contact him via phone or email for all of those products. The barrel extension and the shroud for the front sight hood protector, the charging handle, that's period correct, the stock release, beautiful stock release with that downward angle, and he provides you with the roll pin and a punch. It takes that roll pin out very, very easily. The roll pin, if you want to look, if you can look on it, it's the roll pin is right down there. But yeah, he provides the roll pin, and there you have it. Here's the other side. Again, I would definitely take some super glue and a Q-tip and clean off all those bright white letters, because they look ridiculous. And then magazine. Like I said, I took some steel wool and just gave it some character on the edge to make it look decades old. 25 round mag, but I squeezed 26 into it today at the range. And again, this is what you're going for. If you don't want to do this barrel extension option, then your only other option is to register this as an SBR and pay the tax stamp for it, because, you know, this is true. But I hope this video helped out. Drop me any questions in the comments if you have any questions about the screws and installing the screws, or installing the safety. The safety took me a little bit of time to install, or the barrel extension, on how to install that properly and get the shroud on, and painting the brown. This portion here, traditionally, this turned brown on the weapon, and then this turned brown, and the grip turned brown. So those are the things that I made brown on this, and it really complements with the leather sling. $8 on Amazon. You can't beat that with a freaking stick. But yeah, hit up Michael and John, Michael Frost from MFI, and John for all the screws. And it really makes it look way better than it did before. All the flathead screws that belong on this weapon, like right there in the grip. This one here, that stays put. That screw, all of these screws, that screw, that screw, that screw, those 2 screws there. So hope this helps, guys. I love making these videos, because, you know, that's a cool piece of history, and an even cooler one that you have this on here, like that Russian captured MP40 from the 40s that the Russians put a silencer on. But talk to Mike Frost, get his phone number and give him a call, and get yours upgraded like this, and you will be very happy. So again, this is Mike from Erie, PA. Comment below on who created the MP40 machine pistol and what year, and I will mail you that decal. All right, take it easy.